You heal quick, but B, you don't listen too well. And I think Levi has certainly proved that he's doing good.
I've heard young, dumb, and stupid before. That's not the case with Levi. He's young, dumb, and smooth. So he can pull off giving her a little extra go.
Yeah, it's, you know what? I think Levi is going to feel it a little bit now. He really wants to get another win. I mean, the taste of that thing in Mexico, you've tasted this before. You've won at X Fighters. I mean, what does that really feel like?
That just makes you want to try a little harder at the next one. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You can't settle for that one win and ride the wave the rest of your career. And he's 17. He's got a long career ahead of him. Everybody loves watching Levi ride. Matto.
There you go. Matto actually was just coming out to say hi to his English fans. Remember, just over a month ago, Robbie Madison flipped Tower Bridge here in London. It was absolutely spectacular. I was fortunate enough to be there. 3 a.m. on a Monday morning, they shut down the bridge. It opens up. Madison flips it. They shut again, and they all go away. And Robbie Madison flips into the history books. Nothing had ever jumped that bridge before, and you know, Robbie was lucky enough to be given the permission to go and do that.
That bridge is no joke, man.
No,
we did a tour over there the other day. I was like, this is the one he jumped. Holy cow, it's nuts.
Speaking of nuts, here they come again out of the third-story Battersea Power Station window. This is Red Bull X Fighters. It's the 5th stop in a 5-stop series. This is the finals here. Battersea Power Station in London, England. We're on the banks of the River Thames. We're about a mile upstream from the Houses of Parliament, Big Ben, Trafalgar Square, all that stuff you've ever heard of. This power station is the biggest brick building in Europe, maybe in the world. The thing is huge. 300-foot tall smokestacks. It's very, very famous. It's such an iconic landmark. If you ever bought the Pink Floyd album Animals, this was on the cover. And it's an incredible place to hang around. I mean, now, you know, obviously they spent some time like starting to do the demolition on this place, and then it was stopped. It's now a heritage building. So, you know, we've, as much as it seems a little bit derelict, we've all been kind of careful this week to make sure we don't spoil it. And, you know, the people here in Battersea and all the folks in the city and London have been great to deal with and let us come and play here. And I think the 20-something thousand English fans in attendance, I think they're happy about it too.
This party gets going too crazy. They could tear those towers down. Hope not. One of those babies come down. It's going to get ugly around here.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. That thing's been there for 75 years. I think it's going to stay. And
let's get serious here. Levi Sherwood on the course, serving it up.
Look at those English fans.
I did a little walkabout through there. People just having a good time. Always something I like to do with these. Just take a little stroll right before showtime and feel the vibe. Not a person out there not having a good time, man.
People are having such an awesome time. I mean, the great thing about this course is it's really tight. I mean, people are packed up right to the side of this thing. They're getting a fantastic view of everything that goes on. So up close and personal, freestyle motocross is just, it's the most amazing sport in the world because you can feel the power that comes from these bikes.
Yeah, the closer you can get to the jumps, the more real it gets too, man. We're getting 35, 40 feet high in the air, 75-foot gaps, sometimes even bigger, other bigger venues. Like to mix it up good. It keeps the riders on their toes. God, this kid goes big.
Speaking of on his toes, this kid really is doing well. He's firing in, and remember, he's at a disadvantage from the other guys. With this 254 stroke, he doesn't have the same amount of kind of speed pull into the ramps, right?
Well, he does, but I'm not going to give him any slack. It's every rider's choice to ride what they want to ride. He chooses to ride this bike. It's been known to set him back a little bit, but he feels like he can make it happen on this bike.
Look at how close those people are. Up close and personal. Levi Sherwood there. Our Chief of Course, Dave Butts, telling Danny Torres, now it's your turn. So Torres is going to have to get out in this course and ride, you know, right to the limit.
Yeah, he is. Levi didn't slip up one bit there as far as I could tell. He's going to kick himself in the neck from behind.
I'm going to go for a massage after watching that.
I'm going to go to the chiropractor.
Look at that there.
Let's do the full treatment.
The snap kick Shaolin.
I like that, how he holds that. What do we got here? Mr. Twister.
Here we go. That's beautiful. Maybe, you know, he could have touched the boot or held onto it or something.
I like that Levi. He reminds me of Mason, how they just make some of the older tricks look fresh.
Doing good there. And what's he got? Ooh,
Stripper flip. Good extension. All the guys getting a little crooked off that one. I don't know if there's a headwind coming at him or what, but I remember Mace having to readjust after a Indian air flip. Big double nag by Levi.
Yeah, look how far he came off the bike and still got the spine twisted there. Now, you know what's really interesting about this finals? It's semifinals right here. These are the 4 winners of our 4 stops in the semifinals. I mean, Levi won in Mexico, Torres won in Madrid, Madison won in Calgary, and Adams won in Texas. They're all in the semifinals right now, so what an amazing year it's been. 4 unique winners. They're all in the semifinals right now. There's still a battle for the world title, and Danny Torres has taken to this Battersea course. His dad watches on. He has 90 seconds to impress the judges.
Right there, Torres doing that heel clicker flip over the super kicker. Levi did not hit that super kicker. 1 extra jump. That's a trick and track trait right there. Going through with the Shaolin flip, saying, look, Levi, I can do this too. May not be able to bend quite like you, but I can do the same tricks.
It's so late when he goes for that lazy boy too. I mean, he's way in the air when he decides to commit to it. See, he's right into Lady Gaga.
There it is. Yeah, we're not going to mention the music he's riding to. Maybe it's a Europe thing. Danny sporting the KTM 252 shrug. There's that touchdown. Ramon represents, always there for Danny, wrenching on the bikes. For a little dad support, keeping him in line maybe.
Levi looks pretty calm in the hot spot right now. He's just happy. Just a happy-go-lucky kid.
And what I've learned about Levi, he's not out there trying to be the man in his first year. He's just kind of doing it. But he don't have to win this. He don't have to win every event. He's just here to learn, progress, grow, and maybe win 1 or 2 along the way.
Because he's such a nice kid. Oh, look at that from Danny, the big Cordova. Because Levi's such a nice kid, the other guys give him a lot of respect.
Danny almost get into this line.
Don't know if he got this one.
Don't think it's going to count. That would be nice if that'd be about 14 jumps if you could squeeze that in, but I do not think they're going to count it.
No, the rule is you need to be under power aiming towards the ramp, although in that tight berm, you know, Andy Bell's the head judge. It's his decision whether the clock runs out or not. He may have said that he was under power on the berm going into the jump.
Oh, man. Not exactly sure what we're going to get here, but what we do have is some sweet tricks by Torres. Big cliffhanger flip. Stretching it out. Coming right into the dirt kicker with a cliffhanger.
And watch this.
No bar check. No handed lander. Like butter. Shaolin flip, stretching it out pretty good as well.
Both of these guys have such good extension, great execution on the tricks. I think that one's going to be a very hard category to judge.
That's a little one-up. Even though he got it twisted up, that's a one-up on Levi's program. Lazy Boy flip been proven as one of the harder tricks. And here, an original by Torres.
I really, really like the way he does that because he's doing it with the bike so far whipped out too. I mean, that there, I think he got it whipped out further than he did in the quarterfinal round. A great turn down. That? Oh yeah, fantastic turn down. I think he could just keep going and probably, you know, do a full 360 upright.
Yeah, we're not sure if we're going to count those one, but it was a beautiful thing. Thanks for that little bonus.
Well, there are the judges atop the number 8 Red Bull X Fighters judges bus. They're heading to Battersea on the number 8, and
man, I don't know how I'd call this one. I really don't.
Just call it.
If it was me, I would claim Torres because he did some gnarlier stuff on the dirt kickers. Lazy Boy flip, for example. Used more jumps on the track. I knew he'd get that point, but the style Sherwood's going to get.
Execution to Levi. Well, this is very interesting. I think style will go to Sherwood again. Yeah, it does. The crowd, though, well, who are they going to go for? Maybe it's Sherwood, and this could take it. Oh, Levi Sherwood's going to the floor. Holy cow. Wow, what a huge up Except for
the
Danny
overall
Thomas.
vote going to Torres, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that would have been yours, but it doesn't matter. He played the judges right. He got 3 out of 5. That's all it takes. Levi Sherwood is going through. Our winner from Mexico is in another final. What a great night for the kid.
God, that was a tight battle, man. That execution point proved to be the more difficult one. Levi known to have the style. Torres no slouch in the style department, but execution, wow, that's a tough one.
Well, here we are, Red Bull X Fighters 2009. We're at Battersea Power Station for the finals of our World Tour, and it all comes down to this heat right here.
One of these veterans,
oh yeah,
will be going against the rubber band kid.
They will, but before they get there, one of them will become the world champion at Red Bull X Fighters. Robbie Madison is only 15 points behind Nate Adams. If he wins, he will be at least 15 points ahead of Nate Adams. So this is it. This is for all the marbles right here, folks. You're getting not 1, but 2 big results here tonight. So
dumb question of the night. One of these guys are going to come out with the championship, no doubt. Do they call it a night after that, take it easy in the finals, because they got the tour, or they go big still? They go big still.
Well, you know, these guys, they're not going to stop. If they win this thing, they're going to be just like, the electricity is going to be sparking right out of their fingers. They won't even need this power station to start up again. Here we go, Matto wasting no time. Oh, oh boy, so Nate Adams, #1 qualifier. He gets to sit on the hot spot and actually watch Matto go through his run first. And they're a little bit nervous. They heard about the nail in Matt Rebo's tire, so they're checking the bikes out very carefully before they go. There again, our chief of course, Dave Butts, is starting Robbie Madison off, and Adams will wait and watch.
Once again, bummer for Rebo. Proving this head-to-head stuff can get crazy. Coming off the kicker with a sidewinder. Robbie Madison firing up the crowd there during the run.
Smart guy, that's what it's all about. Play to that crowd. And he is the London favorite. I mean, these guys know all about Robbie Madison. His Tower Bridge trip. Big Christ headed no end there. Look, Nate's not even watching. He is visualizing his run.
He's on his own itinerary. Adam's serving it up well at the get-go. Didn't do the London Bridge or the Big Bend traffic circle that time in that corner either, so it's going to help him out.
He's getting there fast there. He flips the dirt.
Seat grab, flip, over the dirt kicker.
Turn around. Oh, a stall. He stopped the bike. Oh, man. And here he's going for that transfer. Is he going to flip this one?
He got her going pretty quick. Judges may not have even noticed that.
Well, he could have actually been, well, he was in view, I think, of the judges right there, but the funniest thing, oh, what happened to him? Oh, no. Where's he going? Is it another transfer he's going for?
Getting squirrely there on the same ramp Rebo had problems.
No. Is this where he threw it all away? Man, oh man, the crowd is willing him on, but oh, that could have been a disaster. Here he goes.
Into the
he's going to the transfer line. And then look at that. There he is. He looks pretty confident.
Come on, Robbie. Don't give up. Keep plugging away.
Keep fighting, man. He can dig. He can keep digging here.
You know, he's so frustrated right now. Going against Nate Adams, of all people, you do not want to make mistakes like that.
And there you saw both Amy and his mechanic buddy Morgan were looking on. Both looked disappointed. Man.
Souvenir for the crowd there.
That's so tough. I mean, really.
Well, Nate's got to come out. He can't get too comfortable. Matto still threw down a pretty solid run. Light mistakes.
Oh, man. Well, that was a really tough break for Matto. But you know what? This Red Bull X Fighters, anything can happen here. Okay, break it down for us, Ronnie.
Matto coming out on the dirt kicker. Seat grab flip. Kind of looked like he was over-rotating a little, so he got that front end high, but he still tossed the trick out there.
And this is where he stalls the bike, right?
Worried about those flip levers, stalls the bike. Keeps the momentum going. Can't beat him up too bad on that, right?
No, he keeps it going. He gets it started pretty quick, and he still seemed confident after that. But here,
oh man.
Oh, that's a
nice
hard
save,
landing.
actually. That could have been way worse.
But what do you think happened there? I mean,
Just, you can see him getting a little squirrely, got a little wheel spin out of that corner.
and again, that's where Matt Ribot, you see where Matt Ribot actually hit right there. So Robbie a little bit nervous.
Matto known to come out of those corners a little aggressive, and just looked like the tires weren't quite hooking up yet when he popped out of that corner.
So he will now go and wait on the hot spot. And I mean, the best Matto can hope for is that Nate Adams makes some kind of mistake. But of all the riders on this tour, if anybody's known for not making mistakes, it's got to be Nate.
On Matto's count, that is an unfortunate part of the deal right now. It's been a pretty wild night so far, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I mean, amazing the fact that Levi Sherwood has managed to get his way back in here. There's been some interesting battles, a couple of nail biters, Mason versus Adams, but he's through and this is it. This is his run. This is his run for the world title, and he busted it out big right on the get-go. He's like, gonna stamp this one.
Double knack. Cliffhanger flip on the dirt kick. You're going long, but making it look smooth.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of interesting that he did that double knack. I wonder if he's going to try and play it just a little bit safe here.
Yeah, I think he is. Matto's mistakes were big enough, especially with that jump off the ramp, that he can be a little flexible with his trick count. Or I should say difficulty of tricks. Keep the trick count up for sure.
Well, that was a much better lazy boy flip this time around.
Coming into the kicker with a no-handed flip. Nate always seems to have a little bit different route than anybody else on the course. Something you gotta respect, because it can get very typical out there, especially at this level.
Well, you know, you saw a shot earlier on in the show of Nate and his notebook. He makes notes, and he has all different variations of runs. Here he goes, that transfer line again. He's just doing the Superman seat grab Indian there. He doesn't do the backflip that his buddy Jeremy Stenberg did. So you may have to say, oh, wait a second, I can switch up to run number 3 here. There, I went long on that transfer. Matto went short, he went long.
Somebody's bound to hit that landing, and I know it. You can't get that heel clicker on the 3.
A little kind of tweak of the bars at the end there.
Still holding up strong.
Jump. Stripper. Start to that stripper. Wow. I'm glad he pulled that one around. That'll do it for Nate Adams. This is it. Ladies and gents at home.
You gotta have some confidence to stall it out like that.
Wow, they're gonna get up there, get judged, and oh man, again, it's always hard to decide, but just take a look at this. 360, look how big that knack is.
That was a killer way to start off a run. Getting the bike pretty off axis. Here, kind of electing. We had seen cliffhanger flips on that jump in Nate's runs. Maybe he's preparing for the final, knowing he's got a good shot to get in there. He's got 2 minutes in that final. I guess I'm getting a little ahead of myself with the prejudging.
I mean, you're assuming that the judges are going to give it to Nate, but we saw that they're being pretty harsh on everyone tonight, and Nate is no exception. They're not just thinking he's going to win. Mason got 2 out of 3 when he went up against him, but I think Robbie Madison just put too many mistakes into his run.
There, Nate stretching out that seat grab flip a little better than the last run.
And better than definitely than Madison's seat grab. Oh, nice.
He didn't have it on cruise control. He was serving it up pretty hard. Clifford Adaptante would be pumped on that.
Yeah, he certainly would. There's that transfer. Look how long he goes on this one. Woo! Almost to the flat, and here he goes in for the stripper. Great extension. And comes back to the peg. So you can see it there on the towers. Nate Adams versus Robbie Madison. 12 versus 9 tricks. That's what happens when you make the mistakes that Robbie did. I've got to say, it is almost a foregone conclusion that Nate's going to get this one. This, again, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be for the 2009 Red Bull X Fighters World Title. Nate Adams only needs 1 more helmet. He's going to take it. Style goes to Adams. There it is. He is your world champion at Red Bull X Fighters. Nate Adams takes all the bacon.
Nate's sponsored by Target, had the biggest target on his back. Everybody knew he'd be a tough customer for this championship. Got to put my hands together for the cat.
Yeah, agreed. And again, Robbie Madison, great year for him. I said he's had a renaissance year as a rider. He proved that he deserves to be back at the top of the FMX ranks.
You don't want to have weak spots. He's doing all the transfers on the dirt. But one thing you don't do is bend like Levi Sherwood.
You know, the interesting thing about this that we have to explain to the folks at home, we now go from 90 seconds to 120. It's a 2-minute run. You've got 30 seconds more of run to try and figure out and you know, dig into that big bag of tricks you've got and throw something amazing that's going to surprise the judges. Is this going to be more of a benefit for Nate Adams than it is for Levi Sherwood?
I think it is. I mean, Nate's in the home stretch right now. He basically has the championship. He does have the championship wrapped up. Wasn't sure if we were kicking the event off there or not.
I wasn't sure if we were actually going to like blow Nate Adams up as he came out the window.
I feel like I got to stay on top of this, man. It's so intense. But yeah, Nate has way more experience in this department than Levi does, but Levi has surprised us before. And he's tripping us out tonight, man. The extensions get bigger.
Well, what's he doing? He's just going for the crowd here. He's trying to get the crowd vote. He's really, really smart, this kid. I like him. Nate's looking at the course. There's nothing smoldering on his outfit there, which I thought there actually might be, because that was a massive amount of pyro that went off when he went out that window.
Well, Nate's no slacker on style, but we can pretty much assure Levi at that point, because he has got style beyond belief. He could take half his style away and still probably be the most stylish guy out here tonight. Hopefully he sticks this whole run. 2 minutes to throw down. Don't know how deep his bag of tricks is. The guy's already getting 12 tricks in their runs. We're going to add at least 3 or 4 more.
Look at this. He's playing the crowd. He was asking them for cheering. He's going for the transfer to start it off.
All right, got him a transfer in. Gonna need that.
Going for the outside ramp. Wow, this is kind of an interesting line.
We'll grab the rock solid.
Yeah, look at that. He's just imagining everything.
Big Indian air KOD. Throwing the levers down, getting right back in the groove. One hand heart attack. Hook hanger, getting back. You know, that's something Nate's been known to throw the hands off with a no-handed lander. You know, you got to start thinking head-to-head, going head-to-head. At least matching the other guy, if not one-upping. Shaolin bar hop.
And powerful Shaolin bar hop, too. I mean, really accentuating what he was doing. I think that time he almost did touch his own neck.
Give me some big day. It hurts.
It just looks so uncomfortable.
Stripper backflip. Taking it a little deep in the pocket. First hand, I can tell you that's a hard jump to time. Whoa, Levi. Having a tough time getting on track there, but sticking with it, pulling his trick. Super can there. He can stretch that out a little better, but it still looks pretty darn contorted to me.
Again, the flips off that one ramp.
It's like he hit his visor on that.
Yeah, it's like he's pushing the visor up. And I thought it originally was like trying to clean his goggles, but
a little tweak there, reverse kind of switch style. And there, another super can style jump.
Now that's very, very similar. He's starting to, it looks almost like he's repeating tricks here. This is what we're saying. He may not have a deep enough bag of tricks.
Seat grab, Indy flip. Nice, turning around, getting to the other side of the course. I was kind of thinking for him there that he needed to do so. You don't want to give too much love to one particular part of the course. Oh, big double knack.
So he put a foot down there on the landing.
Red flags are flying, Tess.
Claiming it, look at that. Drops the bike, pumps it, fists in the air. He's trying to get the crowd behind him.
Not a bad run, man. It got a little repeaty there.
You know, if you watched his run, I mean, he didn't use a lot of unique lines, did big backflip tricks, but off the same ramp. But look at the way this guy does.
You can almost say that he's done 3 similar tricks. That's an off the side, kind of super knack style. whatever he does, man, he just does it with his own flair on it, his own style. Indian Air KOD, grease in the landing.
Yeah, I would argue that it's almost hard to beat Levi in the style category right now because the things he does are so unique.
Oh, almost going starfish.
That was amazing. I didn't see how far he got through there. I did see how much he stalled the bike out though. So
that's his trick.
There it is. Oh, look.
Dude, he almost got handlebars.
Well, when he does them right, he certainly does them right.
Okay, see, similar to his first transfer hit.
And came up short, so double negative there.
Yanking that thing hard just so he can punctuate. There he hits his visor.
He did. That's where he hit the visor. Did you see how far his upper back was bent there? Wow.
That's called all or nothing right there, man. Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's just
look how hard he pumps it to get it back. Kind of a weak filler trick there, if you ask me, but he cases it, drags a foot, and that set the pace for another repeat on a super can. That could affect him later on.
I mean, luckily he didn't just bail. He did pull the tricks. Take a look at this.
That's almost a Newton nap.
Wow, well, that was a great run from Levi Sherwood. But he is up against Nate Adams, who has already claimed the 2009 Red Bull X Fighters World Series title. Now he has one more run of 2 minutes.
Nate needs to come out here. He needs to bring some intensity. He needs to bring some variety. He needs to stick to his program on those transfers, stick everything. Maybe get contorted a little more because he's going to need it to get that style point.
Oh, it disappeared into the atmosphere there.
That was a 360. I was cheating off the screen watching the course.
Wow, was that?
He hung up a little bit there.
Looked like he hung up. He was going maybe for a stripper flip there.
Like the quad cam guy was on the gas a little.
That's the second time we've actually seen Nate make a couple of mistakes. Right out the get-go there.
Too many mistakes will cost you. A lazy boy flip, getting it stretched out. There's that cliffhanger, but really quick if you notice. I think Nate's a lot quicker than normal with his tricks. Kind of rushing.
Yeah, I mean, he just needs to relax. He's got this one in the bag if he just doesn't Nate Adams run. And that
kind of, there's Nate's filler of the day. The Indian Air seat grab over the transfer. Cordova. You know, I pick him apart, but it is the finals and you have to. He's getting a little snappy with everything. It's like he's rushing. He's got 2 minutes, needs to keep it cool. There you go.
Going for that no-hand.
And there's where the variety's coming in. The no-handed landers.
So the question is what point he's going to look for that transfer to the sidewinder. There it is. Quick with the feet here. Comes
with the neck. Looks like he went a little long too.
Wow, he really did go long.
Bulldogging it into the corner.
He's going for the no-handed land. Oh, he was so far on one side there. Sherwood's looking on.
Nate's looking solid in the execution. The style needs to clean it up a little bit.
You know, he's looking solid, but he's not looking perfect. And the unfortunate thing for Nate is, we just kind of expect perfect out of him.
They're getting the difficulty points up. 360 heel clicker. Looks like he might have connected with that heel clicker. They get 2 more jumps in here. Looks like double net. A little short.
Yeah. What's going on?
Oh, and the old school can to
finish it off.
Not much icing on that cake.
Well, you're going to sell it to the judges. You probably want to sell it with something bigger. Even he looks disappointed in that run. You saw he's kind of shaking his head up. You got to sell it to them, man. I mean, the judges are watching you.
Well, Nate's been criticized for not selling it to the crowd too much. Hopefully he's doing so right now.
Come on, throw your jersey or something. I mean, oh my God. Nate Adams, don't do that. You don't shrug. The judges are watching. The crowd is watching. Okay, let's take a look at this one. I love these 360. Look at that big knack. Oh.
We kind of missed that one a little bit. Knack flip. Good to see him fire that off all the way. That's a difficult trick. Almost getting the head on the fender there, but letting go a little late. Some serious physics happening. Pretty stretched out cliffhanger flip.
Especially, when you look at that as a double-double, that's just a massive combo. And here, Cordova was good.
to pick on him a little bit, these slow motions are helping a lot of his tricks in that run because he was pretty snappy on a handful of them.
Even that, running man, when you looked at it live, it looked like he was really quick back to the bike, and he usually spends so much time off it. He is the transfer. He does pull the knack. And,
a little short, like long short.
Ouch.
Short on the sideways part, but long on the flats part.
And watch the landing on this one. He's kind of going sideways, but he wants to commit to no hands. So he's like, forget it. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Thought about that one a lot.
Lean into it. That's commitment, ain't it?
Watch. Thinking. Oh, no, I'll do it. Yikes.
There's that seat grab foot. Punching it out. You want to go trick to trick with that versus Levi. It's about a dead even. Levi had a little better style on his seat grab Indy flip, but he did it off the ramp. Nate did that off the hardest jump on the course, the dirt kicker.
And that's the ending. I mean, it's
not the best ending, Tess.
About as traditional as it gets, but you know that Nate Adams can do better. Perhaps he's thinking, well, maybe a bit of old school, a bunch of old judges up there, that might help him out. 15, look at that, 15 tricks apiece, no dead sailors, so in that respect, there's nothing to decide between these guys.
You like to see a fair match like that, not a big mistake where you just kind of know it. Right now, I don't know it. The way the Knights win.
Honestly, Nate has been very, very good this weekend, but he has proved to be fallible. Levi Sherwood, on the other hand, he's just having a great time. Okay, there we go. That makes sense. Execution.
I'm going to give this one to Levi.
Yep, right. Levi deserved that one. Style should go to Sherwood.
Yeah, I'm going to give Sherwood. Oh, no.
Style. Whoa! Big surprise.
Levi was like, that was my point,
This has got to be Adams right here. I'm sure he's going to get this next one. Wow.
Okay. Thought it might have come down to that overall judge. Even Levi was shocked on that style point. He's like, all right, I got this one.
I thought he'd have style and maybe show. Style, show, execution. Yeah, wow. Okay, well, hey. That's why.
Well, it's well-deserved, man. He came out, he did difficult stuff, added 2 360s to his run, hitting the big flip combos on the dirt kickers, using the whole track. It wasn't as pretty as it could have been, but it got the job done.
I know, and he deserved the win. He certainly proved to be unbelievable this season. The way he's been putting down these runs, putting it all together. It's great to have Nate Adams back. It's great to have someone who is as big a target as that in terms of the perfection in the game of freestyle motocross. So he's managed to win it all here at Battersea Power Station. He won on the night, he's taken London, and with that, he has taken the 2009 Red Bull Expert Fighters World Series title. And wow.
The Destroyer is the dominator tonight.
He really is. He destroyed everything. Take a look at that. 100 points goes to Adam Sherwood, though. Great weekend for him.
Awesome ride by Danny Torres.
Torres in third. Madison disappointed in fourth, but he will come second in the points. And now you see Stenberg and Repost rounding that out. Matt Repost, he's headed out to get checked out, but you know that
he's gonna pull through.
Oh, he's a tough guy. You know he'll be coming back. He'll be riding again next week. There you see the trophies and that amazing backdrop. Again, the biggest brick building in Europe. And, that guy's come to the wrong event.
Mexico?
He's come to the wrong event.
The plaza's that way, buddy.
Yeah. And then Danny Torres taking third. And the light is on. Those things switch on. I wonder if you can, like, put him as your bedside lamp.
I miss getting trophies. That would have been a good one. I'm scared of the dark. Can I get a trophy for second best co-host?
Takes second, and he's got to be happy about that. He's got some nice Red Bull X-Fighters hardware already in his first year of big-time riding.
Levi's going to hit the drawing board. I think he's going to come back, and we're going to see him flipping some dirt kickers and busting some transfers real soon.
Yeah, no doubt.
There's the champ. the big winner of the night.
Oh, huge winner. Great, great night for Nate Adams. An incredibly well-deserved win for him. There it is. Look at that. The lightning strikes through his name up there at the power station.
Rocking those deaf gloves.
Yeah, he's rocking the deaf. Of course, you know, he's not just a, what was that thing again? I'm not just a customer, I'm also the president, I'm also a customer. Yeah. So, yeah, Nate Adams. Yeah,
oh, and there's the championship.
The championship scepter, and I actually tried picking that thing up, so he's been working out because that World Series thing is so heavy. You see, I think I can give it to Danny. Danny almost fell to the floor. Here, Levi, hang on to this for me, would you?
Thank God he got that, because some of those other riders, they might take that and beat the judges up later.
You know, and the funny thing, honestly, tonight is I think the judging actually came out really well.
Oh, I do too.
You know, Nate didn't just run away with this stuff. He really had a challenge. Popping the champagne corks. All the Red Bull UK staff here are actually dressed up in this whole power theme. You see the girls there with the lightning strike makeup.
Well, I definitely stand behind and support the judges' decisions. There was a couple close ones where I really didn't know, but I look back on those runs and I say, you know what? It makes sense.
And at the end of it all, the result is right. 1, 2, 3, that is right.
I think if I had to take one helmet back and give it to somebody, I'd give that last style point to Levi, but he'd still be sitting second on the podium.
Yeah, no kidding.